Hey guys, it's Brennan the Paleo Dude, and I'm here with another Godzilla vs. Kong figure review. So today we'll be taking a look at the comparison between the minifigure lineup versus the main action figure lineup. Basically what details are left in, left out, and just how they kind of look next to each other. Obviously, we're going to start off with the Skullcrawler because it's my favorite. It's a really cool figure. Sure, it's lacking a bit of paint job and detail, but these figures are a decent price due to that, and the smaller ones are no different. You can see the small figure is actually lacking the white paint on the face, so it doesn't have that skull-like appearance, but what it does have is that black dot where the hole is in the skull. Kind of like the pseudo eye, which actually wasn't painted on this figure, which is pretty interesting, but for some reason was painted on the mini instead of having a white being applied there. The mini also has this yellow stripe running down the back, where the large one does not have that, but it does share that pink sort of line going down all the way to the tail tip, where this one does not have it going down to the tail tip. This figure, of course, is articulated, but it's more in a stationary pose, not really that dynamic, whereas if you look at this one, it's more in a sneaking, crawling position, reaching out with its arm, and its tail's all squiggled up like that. So that's pretty cool that they've got it in this sort of little pose. Next we'll do the Hellhawk. It doesn't actually have a larger figure, but this one's cool. Sure, it's completely out of scale with the larger ones regardless, but you can easily pretend that this is like an adult one or something like that. I don't know. It's still small in comparison to the larger figures, so you can use it as something that's close to the same size, I guess, while playing or doing photography, because this is pretty cool. You can have them like bothering Kong or whatever. So that's neat that they did a smaller monster in a smaller scale. That's cool for all sorts of things, all sorts of reasons, and it's neat just to have this obscure species in figure form. Really nice. It does have a stand, but I lost the stand. I don't know where it went. It has these tiny little claws that are painted. Its face is fully painted. It's got lots of spikes on the back. It's just really neat. Next we'll do Kong. He's in his little angry power pose with his arms out like that, fists clenched, and I guess that this figure can kind of do the same, see, with his arms out like that. But basically, yeah, it's the same. They've got, I think, a darker wash on the chest. It's still got that scar on the chest. The teeth and the mouth line up well. It's basically just a scaled down version of the larger figure. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did that in terms of molding, because Godzilla and Warbat back there look exactly the same to their figure form. Like, it's scary how similar they look. So I'm guessing they just took the large figure mold and scaled it down and turned it into a mini. So that's pretty cool. And the teeth, yeah. To use the fangs, they did a sort of a bent or curved line, and it actually works very well. It looks the part for such a small scale, and I can't believe they fit the eyes on there too, which is really nice. So next we'll do the Warbat figure. This guy comes with a base similar to the larger one, but you can see the tail and everything. The whole position of the long body and tail is exactly the same. Everything about the figure is basically almost the same, except the see, the body here is pretty smooth, and the body here has a more snake-like scaled appearance. So it's got like these segmented big pieces of body armor along the body right here. But this one does not have that. It's just kind of smooth. And this one's lacking these extra sort of wing flaps that are leading up to the larger ones. This one just has the two going down the back, leading down. So that is something that these two figures don't share in common. Also, they both have the teeth. You can see the lower teeth there, the fangs on the bottom. This little one has those. just in a smaller scale. The eye is painted, but the teeth are not painted, nor is the mouth painted on this one. And there's no extra details on those big wings of it. But you can see there, it's almost the same. It's just in the same position. So it's really neat that we get a smaller version of this figure. I guess it scales well with Kong too. You can have it wrap around him or whatever. Oh wow, that's perfect actually. Look at that. Oh, they're like little buddies. I wonder if it stands like that. Not. Oh. It does. Yo, that's so cool. Okay, looks like I am doing some wicked photography with that. And by wicked, I mean really lame, small-scale photography. But that's so cute, though. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that's intentional. Hey, wait a minute. I wonder if you can do that with the larger Kong figure. We're gonna test our limits, guys. So, arms up. Oh my goodness, we can do it. Yo, look at that. Was that intentional? Holy cow. Okay, so it wraps around, hooks onto his arm. That is so cool. Holy cow, that is really neat. Wow. I'm baffled. I'm surprised. Like that. I can't believe I'm excited about this. It's so cool. It wraps around it. Anyways, okay, so we figured that out. Shocking revelations here, guys. Next, we'll move on to the behemoth. This little guy does not have a big figure. Very sad about that. If it did, it probably would be really sick and have some nice arm and head articulation. But you can see they've done nicely with the details on the tusks. There's little bumps and ridges for like the moss and the vines and stuff. They gave it a nice wash of greenish brown, a little bit of yellowy tint. The eyes are painted, everything. The body does not have a wash on it, kind of sad. But this would definitely look nice as a larger figure, maybe sometime down the road if they ever decide to continue making the large figures. Next we have Godzilla. I did not get the blue version, or the gray version, whatever you want to call it, which is kind of sucky now. I feel like I should have. Maybe next time, if I ever see it again, I'll pick it up. But you can see it's exactly the same as the normal figure. The tail even has that kind of crease through it where, you know, this tail would bend. Everything kind of matches up in that regard. I think the legs are almost on the same plane. One's a little bit forward. Oh, just like this one. Wow. Yeah. And the arms are in the same position as the large-scale arms, and the head as well. So it's basically just a scaled-down version, but holy cow, did they get the details on the face really nice on this. They managed to paint the eye, the mouth, the inside of the mouth, and the teeth. Let's see if I can get a better shot. My head shadow's in the way. Or camera shadow? I don't know. Yeah. So they got a lot of detail on this little guy for its size, and it lines up well with Godzilla's image and, you know, the large one back there. See, basically the same. Just gotta move the arms down a bit. Wow, that's so weird. So yeah, it's just a scaled down version of the main figure. So there we have it. The comparison between the large scale figures and the tiny ones, and we get two new monsters that aren't made in the large scale assortment, but they're really neat to see in this mini scale. Let's grab them all here. Oh, this guy's gonna have some trouble. There we go, close enough. So yeah, there they are. There's the little gang, and then all the larger ones. The four that made it into the large scale assortment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little comparison video. It was definitely fun. and cute to find out that I could do this with the figures. I keep saying I want to do photography with them, but I never have enough time anyways, so this is as much fun as I get to do making these videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Definitely check out my other videos on my channel. I do more like this. So bye-bye.